In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make a balls crusher brick game like this. Brick breaker, whatever it's called. You get the idea. We're going to make a game kind of like this. This one's my game, so you can't have all the little tips and tricks and secrets. But we're going to make a game together that is very much like this. I love these kinds of games. Simple to make too. So check it out. So if you're coming here to watch this game tutorial on Godot, it's probably because you want to make a mobile game that's this type of game. That being the case, I'm not going to show you the whole everything to get you to the point that you just saw that game that I'm making, because I want you to make the game that you want to make. I don't want you to make the game that I'm making, but I'm going to show you some tips and tricks and how I made this game, so it'll make it easier for you to make your brick breaker game. So I'm going to name this, I want this to be in the Godot folder, and then I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call this brick breaker tutorial. Yes, select current folder. Okay, create and edit. If you've watched any of my tutorials, I always like to make a control node. That control node is going to be a 2D scene. I'm going to rename this to control. That controls my entire game. I'm going to save it as control, save, and then I'm going to run the game so that it selects that control node to be my base. You see the window here if you're wanting to make a mobile type game. Go into your project settings, come down to display window, and select a taller than wide look and feel. So width, I want my width to be 600 and my height's going to be 1024, depending on what handheld device you're making this specifically for. These numbers are going to change a little bit, but if you do stretch and all that good stuff, this will get you pretty close to the ballpark. Orientation on handheld, we want portrait mode. And mode stretch, I want 2D, I want aspect to keep. And that should be it. We'll see. Yes, excellent. Now we're going to make our primary walls. So 2D scene, I'm going to change type, and we're going to type this. What are we going to type this? We're going to type this static body 2D. I had to think there for a minute. On this static body, I'm going to attach a collision polygon. I like this collision polygon. I'm going to scroll way out, because with this collision polygon, I'm going to select this create points node, come down here, select there, make a really rough sketch. Boom. Now we're going to neaten this up a little bit. Select that edit point, and we're going to edit down so that we're on. The one on the outside doesn't matter much. You want this inside one to be pretty close. And I'm just mouse wheeling without pressing anything else. And then center click to drag over here and get that one. All right, So our primary wall is done. And I'm going to change this name, rename wall. And I'm going to put that wall in the group wall. Probably won't use it, but it's there in case you need it. Now, on the same wall node, I've got a material folder here, and I've got a picture JPG that I'm going to drag in here. Neat little trick about this picture GMP that I just drug in. This is a picture I took with my cell phone at work in the parking lot. That's it. I'm going to drag it down, and on the bottom here, I'm just going to stretch down to the across the little line there. Okay. That's it. And we're going to lock that in place so it can't move. Now, on this, I'm going to attach another mesh instance 2D, and I'm going to call this, rename bottom. We'll call that the bottom. Nope, I did that wrong. On this, I'm going to change that type, and I'm going to change it to a static body 2D, but I'm still going to leave it with the name bottom. I'm going to attach to that another child node called mesh instance 2D, and on that mesh instance 2D, mesh cube, and create the cube. I want the size, we're 600 wide, so keep that in mind. I want my size on the X to be 600 wide. On the Y, we can probably get away with 50. And being able to see it is only for our benefit. That's it. And we're going to attach to that. No, we're going to attach to the static body. We're going to add child node. And we're going to add a collision shape 2D. Make that a rectangle shape. And drag it. Drag it out to fill that mesh instance up. Now, I want that. Grab that and move it down. Now this blue line right here, I don't know if you can see it. This blue line right here is the bottom of the game viewport. And I want it to be underneath that because I want our cannon to be above this. This is going to be the get rid of it margin. In fact, I'm actually going to drag that collision out just a little further, even further than the mesh. Doesn't matter. We're not going to see it in the game anyway. So drag that out a little bit further. Now, I want this bottom to be its own scene. And that is save branch scene, bottom. Now it's its own scene. I'm going to open that up. Probably doesn't need to be its own scene, but it is. And we're going to call that, we're going to add that to the group bottom. We'll use that one. Save. Okay. Wall needs to be saved as wall. Save. Let's see what we have so far. We need to put it in there, don't we? So control instance a child scene wall. And wall is already instancing bottom, so that should That should give us what we need. Nice. Go back to the wall, go back to the smooth payment inspector, visibility. Let's modulate that a little darker. Excellent. There we go. Okay, so we basically have our game field. Now let's start making some pieces. 2D scene. I want change type. I want this to be a static body. We're going to call this, rename, parent node, parent brick. We're going to call this parent brick. And to the parent brick, we're going to attach a script. And I don't want notes, but that is entirely up to you. If you want notes, template, no comments. We'll go with that. So this parent brick, we're not going to use. Save parent brick. Now, from parent brick, can't do it from there. So from here, parent brick TSCN, new inherited scene. And it's keeping the same name, but we're going to change the name, rename. We're going to call this square. Parent brick again, new inherited scene. And we're going to call this circle. And save circle and save square. So what happens with this is whatever script you put on parent brick, square and circle get that same script without actually writing a script for square or circle. It's really handy. We're going to show you how handy that inherited scene is while we're making this tutorial. So in parent brick, we're going to add a child node, and we're going to call it mesh instance 2D. Now this mesh, we're going to, back to the static. We're going to add child node. We're going to add collision body. Collision shape. Yes. I'm going to save that. Now, once we go to square, look, we have mesh and we have collision. We go to circle, now we have mesh and we have collision. They're there because of parent brick. In square, we can edit the mesh. So we're going to make a square, a cube. There it is. We're going to make our cube mesh. Come back up here to the 0 point. And we want the size, I'm guessing because of the other game, we want our size to be about 45 and about 45. The Y doesn't matter. And go from there. Now, scroll back a little bit so we can see what we're doing. On the collision shape, we want to make a square collision shape. Rectangle. Yep. Okay. Our square's done. Let's do the same thing for our circle. Circle, mesh, sphere. Now this one has a little bit different. Since we're making those 45, we need to figure out what half of 45 is. 45 divided by 2 is 22.5. Radius, 22.5. Height, 45. That should give us a circle. And it does. So let's get our collision shape. Circle. Okay. So just like that, we have a parent brick that has the master copy of our script. Square, circle. Now in the parent brick, I want to come over here to node, groups, brick. That's it. Save it. Now square, circle. Okay. and square. Now square is in group brick and circle is in group brick because we put parent brick into group brick. It's a hard sentence to say very quickly. All right, moving along. Let's make a ball. 2D scene. This is going to be a rigid body. Change type. Rigid body 2D. Thank you. We're going to add a mesh instance, and we're going to also add a collision shape in the node 2D to make sure that it always continues to bounce. We're going to make gravity scale 0. We need contact monitoring. We need contact reporting to be high. Continuous, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Can sleep, turn that off. Linear, put that linear damp on 0. Otherwise it won't keep going. Matter of fact, I'm just going to damp everything 0 is collision layer. With my layer, I want the ball to see everything in the player field, but I don't want the balls to see each other. So I'm going to put the ball on its own layer, but mask it to layer 1. So it sees everything on layer 1, the field, the bricks, everything else. The balls won't see each other with that. That's it. Because I don't want the balls to collide. Okay. I got to save. I'm going to rename that to ball. And in the node groups, add ball. Add. All right, we have set everything up that we need to set up. Now let's go to our control node and we're going to start scripting. Exciting, isn't it? Oops. Control node, no comments, create. Okay, so I've already decided that I'm not happy with this wall. On the wall, I want to remove this. Now it's a scene, so that's why. Save that. Control. Now I want that bottom to be on here. Add child. No, not add child node. Instance child scene. I want bottom. I want bottom here. It just makes me feel better. Okay. Now in control. Why do I have a... I don't need that. I don't think I need that. I did that by accident. I might undo and get rid of it. Nothing to undo. Fine. Okay. Put my bottom back. On control. Add script. Create. Wall. I don't think I need a wall script. Close. Wall GD. Delete. Okay. Okay. Now, on control. This is our game controller. First thing I want to do is, well, we're going to run create field. And func create field. To start off with, let's just give that a pass for now. Let's go var bricks equals. Nope, wrong one. Nope, wrong one again. That one. Thank you. Bricks equals. Okay. Reload. Man, I hate it when it does that. Okay, let me try again. Circle. And don't forget your comma. Preload. Square. Okay. Now we have, this is an array, and we now have 2 items in that array, or that array size is 2. So in create field, I want to take our array size. So get a variable, call it I equals, and ready randomize. I know I jump around some. I think of things as I'm doing them. Okay, I equals randi modulus bricks dot size. Should work. That should give us 2. It should give us 0 and 1. And we need we need to decide, are we going to, yeah, we're going to go from top down. So top of the field is 0 and down counts up. So we want to create a variable called start bricks and we want that to be a vector too, in which we want x to start at 50. We'll play around with these numbers, actually maybe 75, and 100. We'll change them as needed. Okay, so create field. I'm going to change this I to select brick. That makes better sense. Okay, so we want to make 10 across, 8 down. Now we're going to use 4. Now we're going to use I, 4 in range of 8's going to be up and down, so that's going to be second. And for, where does that keep coming from? For x in range 10. We're going to do 10 across. For x in range 10, this is actually where I need to select brick. So Control X, Control V. One too many. All right, give me some field here. All right, so each time that this runs, we're going to select a brick, which is 1 or 2. And so we need to do, let's go with var new brick equals bricks. Yes, bricks. That sign. Select brick. Yes, thank you. Dot instance. Var. No, not var. bricks dot position bricks dot position going to be our start bricks, so we might change the name of that, but equals start bricks. Don't like the name of that. We're going to change the name of that. Brick location. So brick position equals brick location. That makes so much more sense. Add child. New brick. Once you've done that, now we're going to need a way to count the number of balls in the field. Don't need that yet. Okay, once we've done that, we need to add an X 25. So brick location dot X equals plus equals 25. Okay, I think we can test this. Invalid set position. Base array, vector 2. Oh, yes. That's new brick position. That should take care of it. New brick, made it plural. And it's working. There's too many and they're too close together, I think. So let's make that. How big did we make? They need to be at least 50, don't they? Outstanding. Let's make it one less. So we're going to do 9. Let's do 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why is it making so many? Oh, I know why. Because we need to take care of the eye. It's running some more. That's why. So bring this over. Right here, we're going to go back to brick location. Brick location dot X goes back to 75. Brick location dot Y plus equals 50. That's better. A little too close together. Let's make it 60. Nice. 65. Yep, 65 it is. Let's make that one 65 too. You want it to be even. All right. Now, we want each one of those to have a life, right? Go to your parent brick. Let's bring this back down. Parent brick. Add child node. label. Rename it brick life. Okay, now on ready. Let's just make it, let's make a variable called brick life. Needs to be different brick lives. Equals 15. That way, lives and life, it's got a different, yeah. On ready, we're going to we'll just say variable life equals randi modulus. Get a little spacing in there. Brick lives. Randize get the that thing. Brick lives +1. Brick life dot text equals str life. I want that to be available outside of the ready, so int. Okay. I need to set color, font outline. Nice. And you can do custom font to change your font sizes and all that. I'm just going to stick with this. And that actually doesn't look bad. Alrighty. We've got those made. So let's go to ball. We need to add a script to the ball. Create. When the ball hits the brick, so inspector, let's see, ball node, signal, body entered, connect to ball, yes. So when a ball enters the body, when a body enters the body of the ball, we need to look into it. So if body is in group brick body dot take life, that's a function on the body that we hit if it's a brick, so we need to go to parent brick and we need to create a function called take life. So life minus equals 1 if life is less than 1 q 3. That should work. No errors. Can't really test it yet. Okay. Go back to control. Let's go back to that. Okay. Now we're going to create the ball function to start shooting balls. We want the ball to start. Go back to play. Want the ball to start center. We are 1024 by 600. So half 1024, half of 600 is 300 over. We don't want half of 1024. We want full. So 300 by 1024 is where we want it. We're going to create. We're going to call it cannon. Location equals vector 2 at 300, comma 1024. That's where the cannon's going to be created. And well, there's a, I don't like that. Okay. So in order to start shooting our balls, we need to have an input function, input map, call it shoot, add. Shoot is going to be mouse button, left button. Outstanding. Somewhere, let's go right underneath the ready. Okay, we're going to go function, process physics. That's the one we want. Input. If input dot action. No. Is, that's what we want. Action is action just released. Let's go with that one. Shoot. And I'm saying that one because if you're going to a game device, you want to press and then get your direction and then release to shoot. So action is just released, shoot. If action is just pressed, then we do the little thing where it shows us where we're going to shoot, but we'll worry about that one later. If action is just released, shoot, then we need to create a function and we'll call it shoot balls. Shoot balls. Sure. All right, let's get rid of that pass. It's no longer needed. Func. Shoot. Balls. We'll do a pass for the moment. Okay, in order to shoot the balls, we have to figure out how many balls we're going to shoot. So we're going to assume that when we first launch the game, we're going to be level 1. So first variable is going to be var level int equals 1. How many balls can we shoot? We'll just say var ball per level. I don't like that. Balls available. How about that? I think I like that better. Int equals. Just to start out, we're going to just say 10 plus level. So level 1, that'll give us 11. And we need Boolean can shoot, which is going to be default true. Okay. Now that we've got that figured out, Let's see, var new ball equals, oh, you know what? I need to preload that. Var ball equals preload ball. Okay. New ball equals balls dot instance and new ball dot position equals our cannon location. Cannon location and child new ball. So we want to do this for the count of however many balls we can shoot. Balls available. So for I in range, balls available. Let's give us an right indent. Okay, so we'll go to ball just for the moment. On the rigid body, we're going to set force 500 minus 500. Remember, going up is negative wise. It should let us know if we're doing it right. Okay, I'm not getting anything. Let's go back to control. Print. Ball. Okay. It made them going in the wrong direction. Maybe. Go back to ball. Take the negative off of that. Huh. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I want the velocity. Okay. We can check that then. Let's make our cannon in the middle of the playing field. See what it does now. Nothing. Huh, I don't have a collision shape. How did that happen? How did that happen? I thought I did that. Okay. We will fix that. Oh, we don't have either one of those. Man. Such a slacker. I don't know how big that needs to be. Radius 6. Height 12. Just to start out with. And give us a collision. Okay. So let's see if we're getting something now. Sweet. Okay. I'm happy now. Go back to there. So it's basically making, I'm theorizing it's making all the balls at once. So we're going to add a timer. We're going to call this timer, rename, shoot delay. And we're going to set it for 0.2 seconds. Add child. Yeah. Shoot delay dot start and yield. Didn't spell it right, did I? Yield, thank you. Shoot delay. Timeout. Okay. Oh, I do that often. Oh, how sweet does that look? Let's shoot that upwards. Ball velocity minus 500. Interesting. Okay. So the ball definitely needs bounce. New physics material. Bounce. 1. Sweet. Awesome. More or less working. So you saw how the balls were slowing down. So there's a integrate forces thing that checks how fast the ball is going. So in ball script, we need to do a internal function, integrate forces. So that's the one. Now in integrate forces, we can check how fast the ball is moving and speed it up if it's not moving fast enough to meet our needs. I want to set a variable called ball speed. It's going to be an integer, and we're going to make it equal. My other game do a baseline 1,000, so we're going to set it at 1,000. So we're going to check the state linear velocity. So if state dot linear velocity dot length is less than our ball speed, then we're going to make our linear velocity the ball speed. So state dot linear velocity equals state dot linear velocity dot normalized times ball speed. I think so. Let's see if that works. It's bringing our life down, but our life is not updating. So we'll fix that. Okay. So go to parent brick, take life, and update our label text equals str life. Now that should be working. Nice. Okay. Now, let's go back to control. Let's make our shooter back to 1024. Should put us at the bottom. Sweet. Now we need to direction it. Let's see. Ball. If the ball hits the bottom, right here, if body dot is in group bottom, get parent dot remove ball and cue free. Now, get parent remove ball puts us back in control, and we need to create a function called remove ball. Func remove ball. And all that's going to do is, I don't have a ball count, do I? I need a ball count. Okay. Variable ball count equals int equals 0. When we shoot the balls, after we add child, we're going to add to the ball count. So ball count, this equals 1. And then remove ball just basically is ball count minus equals 1. If ball count equals, if ball count is less than or equal to, just in case, 0, and shoot equals true. So once we start shooting, once we enter the shoot balls process, we're going to change can shoot to false. Otherwise, okay. Yeah. Ball count. Okay. Otherwise, we could just keep clicking and shooting. So we want ball count to be, we are clicking and shooting, aren't we? It's not supposed to happen. Oh, right. So right here, if input is action, just press shoot. We need to add and can shoot. Now we're not continually shooting. Okay. And our balls are falling out. Let's wait for that one to fall out. Can shoot again. Pretty much all that's left is to be able to direction our shot. Now, see how this is taking a really long time. Let's do this. Something you see a lot in games like this. We're going to add another timer to control. Add child node. Timer, yes. And we're going to rename this one to boost speed. It's going to have a countdown of 5 seconds. Sure. going to have a countdown of 5 seconds, and you could change that in script. You can make it count whatever you want. We're going to go with that. So when that times out, what we're going to do is we're going to speed up the balls. So when that times out, we're going to go through each ball in the group ball and speed them up. So 4 balls in get tree, get nodes in group, and the group being balls, or balls or ball? Ball. Okay. In group ball, balls dot about boost, I don't want it to say the name, add speed. So now we go to ball, back to the script in ball. We create a function called add speed. Add speed, add speed. Now in that function, we're going to change the ball speed from 1,000 to another, add another 1,000. So, you know what? Let's do, let's put 1,000 in this. And on ball, we're going to add that speed boost, which is 1,000 that we're passing in. We're going to change ball speed plus equals speed boost. So every 5 seconds we should get faster balls. Yep. That's not good. We're going to fix that too. Okay, go back to control and boost speed. What do we want? Oh yeah. After that, let's see. Shoot balls. Right here, I guess. Boost speed start, and on boost speed timeout, start it again. Well, I need to do that right here, don't I? Now, every 5 seconds, it's getting a speed boost. Now, do you see that one on top go away? That one went away, and then just in a minute, that'll go away. It's literally flying through the wall because it's going so fast. But you still can't shoot because the ball count didn't hit 0. And those balls are still flying. Even right now, they're still flying. So, yeah, sort of. So we're going to create a check. And we're going to do it in integrate forces. I think that's where we need to do it. Yeah. Right here, we're going to create a check. We're going to create a variable called ball safe zone equals self dot position. You could also just equal position. Self is kind of brought that over from C programming, C++. If ball safe zone dot x is less than, we're going to make a extra little margin, minus 10. Or ball safe zone is greater than 610, or ball safe zone dot y is less than 10, or ball safe zone dot y is greater than 1040. If any of those conditions are true, we want the same thing, get parent, remove ball. Dot remove ball and Q free. So that's a little safe zone. That's fine. Okay. Let's throw that up here. Ball save zone equals vector 2. That might be what it was. Nope. What is it complaining about? Okay, figured it out. I have ball safe zone X. I forgot the X right here. That should be the problem. Now, did I forget the Y's? No, I didn't. Okay. So it's just getting removed is less than negative 10, greater than 610, less, minus 10? What? So less than minus 10, greater than 1050. Okay. So that gives us our safe zone. Numbers are working. The count's working. Those two just flew off. Can shoot's working right. So in order to make it to where they don't fly off quite as easy, first of all, we need to make the ball a little bigger. That's going to help a lot. So let's make the ball bigger. Mesh instance. Let's make it about twice bigger, 12 and 24. Now let's make our collision shape match. And that might have been too much, but let's see what it looks like. It's not terrible. And it still went through the wall. So, Godot's a little buggy when it comes to fast objects. I hate to say it, but it's true. Go to that ball. On. I've never had this really work that much, but we're going to turn it on anyway. on parent brick. Just gonna check real quick. And go to project settings. Under general, search FPS. And then physics common. We're going to turn that up to 120. Makes it a little bit, theoretically, a little bit harder on the machine it's running on, but it fixes a lot of those run-throughs. In fact, even the objects like these bricks, it'll do it to those sometimes too. And we'll later on we'll put in a function to check for that back and forth stuff and get it, nudge it up and down. It'll help. Okay. So we've got that now. Now we want to shoot in a direction. So under this shoot command, shoot balls, get mouse, global mouse position. So now we're sending shoot balls some information. So we want to collect that, and we're going to call that shoot direction. Yes. All right, under ball, we're going to remove this. We don't want that anymore. Control S to save, because we're going to put that right here. We're going to, I need a pass along variable. Variable how about new shoot direction equals the vector 2. Getting tired, can't type. New shoot direction, vector 2. Shoot ball, shoot direction. New shoot direction equals shoot direction. No. Shoot direction minus cannon location. And then when the ball is created on ready, it's going to ask get parent. It's going to ask the parent node show direction. In parent node, I'm going to have a new function called show direction. And all that's going to do is return new shoot direction. Variable shoot direction equals a vector 2. And this is going to be shoot direction equals that. So to go in that direction is just going to be apply central impulse, I think. Or apply impulse. Yeah, apply central impulse. And that's going to be shoot direction. Let's see what happens. How many errors can we get? Oh, looky there. Oh, that's pretty. It's still far from right, but I'm going to let this video go right now. Fun little project. These are fun little games once they get written. These are some of my favorite games to play on the handheld device. That's it. Good day.